What if I told you the reason most traders lose everything is not because they don't know the charts, not because they don't understand strategies, but because of one hidden enemy inside their own mind, an enemy so powerful that it convinces them to fight a war that cannot be won, a war against the market. This enemy is called revenge trading. And if you've ever blown an account, if you've ever taken a trade just because you were angry at the market, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth behind revenge trading, why it traps even the smartest traders, and how you can kill it before it destroys your career. Stay till the end, because what you learn today might save not just your trading account, but your future as a trader. Revenge trading is not just a bad habit. It is a psychological trap, so subtle and so powerful that most traders don't even realize they're caught in it until it's too late. To understand why it happens, we have to look at how the human brain reacts to loss. When you lose money, the pain you feel is not just financial. It's deeply emotional. Neuroscience shows that the brain registers financial loss in the same way it registers physical pain. That's why a losing trade doesn't just hurt your portfolio. It feels like an attack on your identity. And this is where the trap begins. Instead of accepting the loss as part of the process, your ego steps in. Ego whispers, "You can't let this happen. You must get it back now." This is not rational thought. This is survival mode. The trader feels an urge, a burning desire to recover what was lost immediately. And in that moment, logic disappears. The trading plan is forgotten. Risk management vanishes. What takes control is not strategy, but emotion, anger, fear, desperation, and a wounded sense of pride. Imagine a soldier who loses a battle and then charges recklessly into the enemy without a plan, hoping to win back honor. That's exactly what revenge trading looks like. Instead of regrouping, instead of waiting for the right setup, the trader pushes forward blindly, taking trades not because they make sense, but because they want to erase the pain of loss. And this is where most accounts begin to crumble. The worst part of the trap is how deceptive it feels. In the moment, revenge trading feels powerful. It feels like you're taking control back from the market. You convince yourself, just one trade, and I'll be even again. And sometimes by pure chance, that revenge trade actually works. You recover a loss, maybe even make a small profit. And that single win creates the most dangerous illusion of all, that revenge trading works. But here's the truth. That one lucky win doesn't save you. It enslaves you. Because now your brain is conditioned. It starts to believe that emotional trading can solve problems. It reinforces a habit. And habits repeated in the heat of emotion are the fastest way to blow up an account. Sooner or later, that one more trade turns into 3, 5, 10, until you're deep in a hole, wondering how your account balance disappeared so quickly. Let's go deeper into the psychology. The mind hates uncertainty. When you take a loss, it creates a sense of chaos. Revenge trading is the brain's attempt to restore order, to quickly close the gap between loss and recovery. But markets don't operate on your emotions. They don't care about your losses. The market doesn't owe you anything. So when you trade from emotion, you're fighting a battle against an opponent who doesn't even know you exist. Another layer to this trap is ego. Every trader carries pride, whether they admit it or not. Losing money feels like losing face, like admitting you were wrong. Ego can't stand that. So it pushes you to prove yourself right, to prove to the market, or maybe to yourself, that you are still in control. But the harder you try to prove yourself, the more control you lose. That's the paradox of revenge trading. The more you fight to win back control, the deeper you fall into chaos. This is why revenge trading is not just a financial mistake, but a psychological addiction. It mirrors the same patterns as gambling. Think about a gambler at a casino who loses money and keeps doubling down, believing the next hand will save him. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't. And even when it does, it only hooks him deeper into the cycle. Revenge trading works the same way. It is less about the market and more about the emotions you attach to money, loss, and identity. The most dangerous thing is that traders often don't recognize when they've stepped into revenge mode. They think they're still trading, but in reality, they've already crossed a line into gambling. They convince themselves they're being strategic, but deep down, the decision is driven by pain, by ego, by the desperate need to make things right immediately. This is the invisible trap. It doesn't feel like self-destruction in the moment. It feels like survival. But in reality, it's the start of a downward spiral that has destroyed countless trading careers. Revenge trading is seductive because it promises quick relief. But like every trap, the promise is a lie. The market is not where you seek revenge. The market is not your enemy. The trap is within you, and until you recognize it, you will continue to fall for it. Understanding this is a first step. You cannot kill revenge trading unless you first see clearly how it seduces you, how it manipulates your emotions, and how it tricks you into destroying yourself. Once you see the trap, only then can you begin to break free from it. We've seen how the trap of revenge trading pulls you in. But here's the question you must ask yourself. What does revenge trading really cost you? Is it only about losing money, or is the damage much deeper than your account balance? The painful truth is this. Money is only the surface level cost. The real destruction happens underneath, in your discipline, in your psychology, in your future as a trader. Because every time you give in to revenge trading, you're not just losing dollars. You're losing control over yourself. Think about it. A trading career is built on discipline, consistency, and a mindset that sees the long game. But revenge trading destroys all three. When you take an impulsive trade to recover a loss, you break discipline. You send a message to your brain. Rules don't matter, emotions do. And the next time you feel angry, desperate, or fearful, your brain remembers a pattern. When I feel pain, I act fast, I break rules, and maybe I'll get relief. Slowly, your discipline, which is the backbone of trading, begins to collapse. But the cost doesn't end there. Revenge trading also eats away at your confidence. When you take reckless trades and they fail, which they almost always do, you start to doubt yourself. You begin to question not just your decisions, but your ability to trade at all. Your mind fills with self-criticism. I'm not cut out for this. I always mess up. I can't control myself. This cycle of guilt and doubt is heavy, and it's one of the main reasons traders quit the game entirely. They don't quit because the market beat them. They quit because they lost faith in themselves. And what about the emotional toll? Revenge trading turns trading into a roller coaster of anger, fear, and regret. Instead of approaching the market calmly and strategically, you approach it like a battleground. You wake up tense, you enter trades with anxiety, and you close them with relief or rage. Over time, this constant emotional stress doesn't just hurt your trading. It bleeds into your life. Your relationships suffer, your health suffers, your peace of mind disappears. The cost of revenge trading isn't just financial. It's psychological and personal. There's another hidden cost that most traders don't see until it's too late. Opportunity cost. Every time you take a revenge trade, you're not only risking money, you're also missing out on better trades. Impulsive trades tie up your capital, cloud your judgment, and make you blind to real opportunities that could have been profitable. Imagine missing the perfect setup because you were too busy chasing losses from a revenge trade. That's the silent tax revenge trading forces on you. The profits you never see because your attention is consumed by emotional damage control. Now, let's go even deeper. The true cost of revenge trading is not just one account, 1 week, or 1 month of mistakes. The true cost is your entire trading career. Because if you keep repeating this pattern, you will never build a consistency that separates professionals from gamblers. You can study all the strategies in the world, buy every course, use every indicator. But if you don't eliminate revenge trading, you will never succeed long term. The market rewards discipline, not desperation. It rewards patience, not ego. And the longer you stay in the cycle of revenge, the further away you move from the career you dreamed of. Some traders believe they can balance it out. They think, sometimes I'll take revenge trades, but I'll win it back later. This is a dangerous illusion, because revenge trading doesn't just affect your results, it changes your identity. The more you give into it, the more you start to see yourself not as a disciplined trader, but as a reactive gambler. That shift in identity is the ultimate cost. Once you start to see yourself as someone who can't control emotions, your trading career is already over. So, what is the real answer to the question we asked at the beginning? What does revenge trading truly cost you? It costs you everything. Not just money, but discipline, confidence, opportunities, and the chance to ever become the trader you want to be. This is why revenge trading is more than a bad habit. It is career suicide in slow motion. The losses hurt, but the deeper cost is how it rewires your brain, weakens your discipline, and destroys your identity as a trader. And until you see this clearly, until you recognize that the cost is not just a number on a chart, but the destruction of your future, you will keep falling into the same trap. The market is not killing your career. Revenge trading is. And if you don't stop it, it will take everything you have. You've seen the trap, you've understood the cost, but now the real question is this. If revenge trading is so destructive, how do you escape it? How do you break free from an emotional cycle that feels stronger than your logic, stronger than your discipline, sometimes even stronger than your willpower? The first step is acceptance. Every trader must face the truth that losses are not mistakes. They are part of process. The market does not punish you personally. It simply moves the way it moves. Once you accept that losses are inevitable, you remove the emotional weight that triggers revenge. Instead of thinking, I need to get my money back, you begin to think, I need to protect my mindset and follow my plan. This mental shift is the foundation of killing revenge trading. But acceptance alone is not enough. You must build systems that protect you from yourself. Think of a pilot in an airplane. No matter how skilled he is, he always follows a checklist before takeoff. Why? Because human beings are emotional, and emotions can cloud judgment. Trading is the same. You need a written plan, a checklist you must follow before entering any trade. If the setup does not meet your rules, you do not trade. Discipline is not built in the heat of emotion. It is built in structure before the emotion arrives. The second step is risk management. This is your shield. Without it, you are always exposed to emotional chaos. Proper risk management means deciding in advance how much you are willing to lose on a single trade and never breaking that rule. Even if you lose, the damage is controlled. Revenge trading thrives on desperation, the need to recover a big loss quickly. But if your losses are small and manageable, the urge to chase them disappears. You begin to see trading not as a battle to win back money, but as a series of calculated moves where survival is the ultimate victory. The third step is emotional awareness. Most traders act without realizing they are in an emotional state. They convince themselves they are making logical decisions, but in reality, their hands are shaking, their heart is racing, their mind is clouded by fear or anger. You cannot kill revenge trading until you learn to recognize these emotional signals. Ask yourself before every trade, am I calm? Am I following my plan? Or am I reacting to a loss? If the answer is reaction, step away. Walk out of the room if you must, because one pause, one deep breath, one act of awareness can save you from a decision that destroys weeks of progress. Another practical way out is to limit your trading activity. Many traders fall into revenge trading simply because they trade too often. The more you trade, the more opportunities your emotions have to take control. But if you set strict limits, like 2 trades per day or 3 trades per week, you remove the space for emotions to spiral. This scarcity forces you to be selective, to only take the best setups. And when you become selective, your quality improves, your discipline grows, and revenge trading naturally begins to fade. Now let's talk about mindset. To kill revenge trading, you must stop measuring success by daily profits and losses. That is the gambler's mindset. Instead, measure success by your ability to follow your plan. Ask yourself, did I respect my rules today? If the answer is yes, then even a losing day is a victory. Because the long game of trading is not about winning every battle. It's about surviving long enough to win the war. Professionals understand this truth. Survival is success. They don't fear losses because they know their discipline will protect them. You can also use tools outside the market to build discipline inside it. Meditation, journaling, even simple breathing exercises can train your mind to remain calm under pressure. Write down your trades. Write down your emotions. Review them honestly. You will begin to see patterns. You will notice the triggers that lead you to revenge trades. Awareness plus reflection builds control. And control is what separates the stoic trader from the emotional gambler. Finally, remember this. You are not fighting the market. The market does not care about you. Your only battle is with yourself. If you can master your emotions, if you can build patience and discipline, then revenge trading has no power over you. The market will still give losses, but they will not shake you. Instead of reacting, you will respond. Instead of chasing, you will wait. Instead of being trapped, you will be free. So, what is the answer to the question we asked at the start? How do you escape revenge trading when it feels stronger than you? The answer is not to fight harder, but to become wiser. Accept losses as part of the journey. Protect yourself with risk management. Build rules and systems that shield you from your impulses. Train your mind to stay calm under stress. And above all, measure success not by how much money you made today, but by how well you followed your process. Revenge trading cannot survive in a disciplined, patient, process-driven mind. Kill it with structure. Kill it with awareness. Kill it with acceptance. And once you do, you'll not just save your career, you'll transform yourself into the kind of trader the market rewards. Calm, consistent, and unstoppable. So, what have we uncovered today? Revenge trading is not just a mistake. It's a psychological trap. First, it lures you in with the promise of quick recovery. Then, it destroys your discipline, your confidence, and your career piece by piece. And finally, it convinces you that survival depends on fighting harder, when in truth, the only way to survive is to stop fighting the market and start mastering yourself. The cost of revenge trading is not only measured in money, it is measured in lost opportunities, broken discipline, sleepless nights, and destroyed confidence. But the way out is always in your hands. Accept losses as part of the game. Protect yourself with risk management. Build systems that keep you disciplined and focus on the process instead of the profits. The market does not reward emotion. It rewards patience, consistency, and clarity of mind. Remember this final truth. Trading is not a battle with the market. The market doesn't care about you. The only enemy you must conquer is inside yourself. Win that battle, and not only will you kill revenge trading, you will create a career that lasts. If this message spoke to you, then I want you to take one step right now. Drop a comment below with one habit you will change starting today. Share this video with a trader who needs to hear this truth. And if you want more psychology-driven lessons that can transform your trading and your mindset, hit that subscribe button and join me here, where we turn whispers of psychology into powerful tools for your success. Your career, your discipline, your future, they are all in your hands. Don't let revenge trading steal them from you. Take control today.